In the buildings, we do a lot of half-timbered look, which is very classic Tudor, but you don't have to make your building look English, even though it's an English village, because the Renaissance was a time that travel really picked up throughout Europe. Hello, my darlings. Renaissance festival construction. In the buildings, we do a lot of half-timbered look, which is very classic Tudor, but you don't have to make your building look English, even though it's an English village, because the Renaissance was a time that travel really picked up throughout Europe. And so you can have, if you're selling something or the family is Italian, you could have an Italian style building. And so the look kind of gets very eclectic, and you can use designs from all over Europe from the period. So that's part of what makes it really interesting to design this in this venue. But we do a lot of timber framing, pole barn structure type stuff, which sounds great because people know that pole barns work. My recommendation for anybody doing timber framing is have the span chart available and have a spare copy to hand your building inspector, because he doesn't really have to do a lot of pole barn span judgments. And while you've done the research to know that this is the right span for this dimension board, it's not on his chart. But you don't have to do timber framing, because you can also just frame up a wall and stucco it and put trim on it to make it look like it's half timbered. Half timbered is that Tudor look that you know, which is a lot of white stucco space with boards breaking it up, because they'd build a timber frame building and then they'd fill in the middle, sometimes with wattle and daub, which was basically mud and straw, sometimes with cobs, sometimes with stucco, sometimes with other random small stones or bricks, but the basic structure of it would still be pretty much a pole barn structure. And depending on what part of Europe the house design is from might influence what the trim patterns are, or even the patterns of the way that the half timbers line up to make the trim and design look. Dormers are very, very common in Renaissance architecture because, again, everybody lived upstairs, and if you can put a dormer on an attic, now it's more usable space. So get good at dormers, get good at shutters, put some window boxes on things. Cuter is always better when it comes to theme parks.